Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today I have with me a couple of members of the Tongue River Valley FFA chapter. We're so happy to have them back. We want to say a quick thank you to Heartland Kubota and True Built Builders. Thank you for your sponsorship. Ladies, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Thanks for having us back.
Yes. So go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me your office again, just in case somebody didn't see the first one.
Okay.
I couldn't believe they wouldn't.
Okay. My name is Kaydence Fulkerson, and I am the FFA president.
My name's Hattie Hossfeld, and I am the FFA vice president.
Great. Well, some officers' elections should be coming up here pretty soon.
Yes.
Did we retain our offices?
We
or-
did.
Okay.
We actually just had a meeting today, and we talked about it today.
Oh,
So
well,
I will
perfect.
be coming back as the president.
And I will be back as the vice president.
Okay. Did your board kind of stay the same, or did you have some new ones?
It relatively stayed the same. We had one new member,
Okay.
and that was it.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
pretty nice
yeah,
to see them
so
all
it was-
again.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
basically the same, which has been great. I think it's been the same for quite a while, so it's cool to have that same support over the years.
Well, and you guys have a rhythm now.
Yeah.
Where
Yes.
you work together. So
Yeah,
you
for
got
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Well, lots has been going on since last time you were here.
Yes.
So let's start with donkey basketball.
Okay.
Yes, we had donkey basketball on Monday. It was great. We were really happy. We had, I think, a little over 80 people show up. So that was
Mhm.
a really amazing turnout. And we played FFA members against staff. And that was really funny to see your principal on a donkey. It was hilarious.
It was funny.
We had some rowdy donkeys. Mine in the fourth quarter was a little rough,
Mhm.
kind of hard to get on, but once you got on the donkey, it went pretty well.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It's really cool seeing like how we can have community members, because we don't really have FFA events besides our banquet where the
Mhm.
community can come and watch and like see us come together. Just seeing all the little kids and the family and just seeing them laugh and support, being there in support of our FFA is a super cool opportunity, and we loved it. And of course, getting more high school kids involved too, coming to watch, and then teachers as well, getting them a chance to kind of participate too. It was so much fun. We can't wait to do it next year again.
Well,
Yes.
good. I really enjoyed seeing the picture of Sheriff's Officer Boone Hill. That pun just wrote itself,
He
literally.
really did.
I didn't even comment
Mhm.
because it would have
You
just,
can't.
I couldn't have stopped.
I think he was our most excited
Yes.
participant of the night.
He loved it.
He was having just a blast,
He
really.
was.
It was really fun to see him be so involved with the events we do. It was
Yeah.
really awesome.
And he's your guys' school resource officer.
Yes.
Yes.
We love Boo. He is there every day with a smile on his face,
Mhm.
constantly greeting us and just being there as a huge support. And so we love having him there.
He was, he's been that way since college. He was just so much fun and still that same ball of energy
Yep.
and
Yes.
just teasing everybody.
Yep.
And so it was cool to see that he participated
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah,
how
it was
fun for
awesome.
you guys.
Yes.
it really was.
We loved it. Do
Yes. So, and then state convention happened.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
talk about that.
you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did horse judging. I talked about it in the podcast a little bit last time,
Mm-hmm.
and I did really good. I got second high individual in the
Oh.
state out of 125 people.
Well, congratulations.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. And my tactic is, so for high school, you don't have to do a score sheet. So with numbers, you don't have to judge them with numbers. All you need is the placings that you write on a Scantron. So
Mhm.
my tactic is just writing notes, because we have to give verbal reasons in front of a person,
Mhm.
and you need to remember those notes. So I try to take as many good notes as possible and just remember, and it worked great. So I was really happy. I was shocked. I was definitely not that confident, but I was really excited to see that my hard work has paid off, especially with how much I've been showing horses and doing
Mhm.
lessons and doing patterns. And it was really cool. And I can't wait till next year.
Well, that's awesome. And I think if someone hasn't horse judged before, you don't just judge them on halter.
No.
There is a whole
Oh, it's-
performance side
yeah.
of it as well.
Mhm.
So the fact that you get to know those patterns and everything, you get
Yeah.
to know the lead changes, it makes
Yep.
it a whole lot easier
Yeah.
on your side.
And halter is actually the hardest for me, because especially the horses they have at state, they're really good conformationally. I mean, they pick a good group of horses, and that makes it hard for me. And it's opinionated too. It's what the judge likes the best too. And so for me, I just have to look at it as much as I can from a judge's perspective and kind of just go with my gut. And that's what I did, and it worked out. So yeah.
Well, good.
hmm
So when I was in college just a few years ago,
hmm
we we judged at Houston,
Okay.
and part of the livestock judging was horses.
Yep.
Grown up with horses my whole life, completely bombed the horse
Yeah.
classes because I was looking for ranch
Yep.
horses,
Yeah.
not
It's
the
different.
show horse. Yes.
It's way different.
Yes.
And we had English classes too.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Lucky for me, like I have ridden English, so I know a little bit, but that definitely makes it harder too. Because I bet a bunch of kids in that arena don't really know English either, and so it makes it hard.
Yeah, it's that's a totally different discipline.
It is.
Yes. And how about you?
So I compete in farm and business management, and we got second in the state. So we are really proud of that. This year we were going into it with, we had one person that did it last year, Brooke Crum, and myself, TJ Watkins, and Keen Schmaus were all new to the team. And it was really amazing to see that like the way we've been practicing and all of our effort really paid off. I'm so proud of us. You know, we were really expecting, last year I think we got third. So we were like, maybe we'll get top 5. Like hopefully we can walk the stage. And, you know, kind of after 4th place, we kind of had given up all hope. And then our name got called in 2nd place. And it was really just like an awe moment. You know, it was like, we were just so proud of ourselves. So we're really hoping to show up and do it again next year and to just build upon all of this hard work we put in this year. We're super proud.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive.
So the other team we had at state was Agriculture Mechanics, and we're really proud of them. It's a team we've had a lot in the past at our chapter, and this year they got 16th in the state, which is really cool. And then senior Ricky Kelty got high individual in the test, so we're really proud to see that his commitment and hard work throughout his FFA career has paid off. That's really awesome.
The Ag Mechanics team is a it's a hard one too.
It
There's
is.
a lot of components.
And there is so many chapters that
It
competed
is.
in it. Almost every chapter has a team, so
Yeah.
it's super competitive. It's
And
really awesome.
It's actually our only team at the Tongue River High School career, I believe, to go to nationals and win state. And I think that was 4 or 5 years ago. I can't really remember.
I
Not
think it was
when
about 4.
any of us were in high school. And so hopefully we can make that happen again soon. And we had only Ricky was the only member to do Ag Mechanics again, like this year. He's done it for 4 years. The 3 other members were new at it. And so it's a new journey for them, and hopefully they can continue that and grow the team.
Well, you know, we were talking about your going into the new year, and you guys have had officer elections and stuff. What would you say to any incoming freshmen that were maybe like, I don't know, do I want to do this? I don't know if I want to be on a team. I don't want to feel pressured. What would you guys tell them?
I would say just try it. You know, FFA at our school is so welcoming. Like, I think maybe some kids are a little intimidated because it is, other schools do take it really seriously, but I think at our school, we just want anyone who thinks it's cool to show up. Like, we have pizza at our lunch meetings. We're like, come on. We do lots of fun activities, like be an FFA so you can do donkey basketball or something like that. We love to have new people, and having such a small chapter, we really want, like, if you're a senior and you want to try it that year, like, show up. We would love to have anyone who wants to try it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely everything Hattie said, and as well as like, it's just so good. You learn so much new experiences. Even if you think you won't learn a lot, or maybe it's not what you're into, you will take so much out of it. And just the lessons you've learned, you'll have with you for the rest of your life. And it's so fun. And just being at state and being able to compete, as nerve-wracking as it is, and like being in an arena for 5 or 6 hours might not be the most fun time of your life, but it pays off. And it really did for me this year. And so, yeah.
And if you're nervous about the creed, everyone has to do it. It's really not that big of a deal. It's not as embarrassing as you think.
Yeah, and then just wait until you have to do prepared speech, and then creed will seem like nothing.
Which I do, and it really does make creed, makes you want to go back.
Yeah, because they spoon feed you that you
They
don't
do.
have
They
to
really
do it
do.
yourself.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I went to state for prepared this year, and I'm not sure what I placed. I know not top 5, but I know I was really impressed to go to state and to see the competition is crazy. Like, in our district, you think you do so well, and then you go and see these people from around the state, and it's amazing to see where they take their FFA career. It's really cool.
Hattie was the last to go, so she didn't get to watch any of them, but all of our members who came to state got to watch all of them, and they were really good. That was a tough competition, very, very tough. I don't even know how the judges did it, and it's so cool just to see how much work like Hattie put into it this year, and other FFA members from around the state to do the best they can, and also how much knowledge they have about agriculture. I mean, they would answer these questions in depth for like 2 or 3 minutes about one question. It was crazy. It was super cool to watch.
I remember when Jet West won the creed here for state and went to nationals. And, one of the things he talked about was just what you said, just how many people around him were such excellent speakers.
Oh, yeah,
and you're
for
like,
sure.
this is really fun to listen to all these different people.
I love, unfortunately, I did have to go last and sit in a room by myself for about 2 hours, but I love being able to watch other people's speeches. It's like, I mean, personally, like, so much about your topic. It's really cool to see what other people choose, because the amount of things you can write your speech on is crazy to me. And I love seeing what, you really get to know what people are interested in when you hear their speech. And it's such, I mean, like, it does get boring 8 minutes, but it's so cool to hear what they think is important about the topic, because that, in the end, that's what your speech is about, and it's really awesome.
For sure.
Well, and just what you said, there's such a diversification with agriculture anymore. I mean, back in my day, everybody's like, oh, it's cows and plows, and no, that is such a small portion anymore.
That is one thing I really tried to let every new member know. FFA is not just for a ranch kid. It's not just for a farm kid. It's for anybody. Like, you could have no ties to agriculture at all, never have seen a cow, and you can be an FFA. Like, it's really for anybody.
And I'm sure with the bigger schools, I know with Sheridan's FFA, you do see that. There are a lot of kids that don't have anything to do with a farm or ranch that are a part of it. And, you guys are lucky. The valley out there is still very agriculture based. And so there's still a lot of you that have the animals, and you have that ranching background.
Yes, we are very lucky to live where we do.
Yes. And so new chapter coming in here this next year, Bighorn, part of your guys' district, but they're their own chapter. So that'll be kind of exciting. Hopefully you guys can get to work with them. And
for sure.
I am really excited for the Bighorn kids. I mean, of course, there's going to be people that are really excited too, and some that are like, oh, another club in our school. But FFA is so amazing. Like, every club has its similarities, but I think FFA is really its own thing. It is so cool. And the life lessons it teaches you, and just the small things, like the things you don't think about, like that. I mean, I go to my job at Shipton's and I'm like, I kind of learned some of this in FFA, I'm like, and it's amazing. I'm really excited for them to gain this new opportunity.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll just make them more thankful for agriculture, and for them to have that opportunity. I'm just so excited. It's been such a big part of my high school career, and so I can't wait for their future to have these kids starting their freshman year and just keep going through. And I know having a new chapter is hard. I've never had to experience that because Masters has been here for a while, but and they will have hard times. It's going to be tough having a new ag teacher, new kids who don't really know what they're doing or getting themselves into. And so I hope maybe we can help any way we can. We're the same district. So I'm thrilled for them.
Thankfully, I know that there's quite a few of the kids that are going to be going into it are come from 4-H. So at least they kind of have some idea of what the expectations are.
For sure.
Yes.
So I don't know if John Lee has talked to you guys yet or not, but we might have some things for you ladies to do during fair.
Okay.
That we need help with.
We would love to. We this year we have been doing lots more events through our FFA chapter, especially as far as like officers. And I know me and Kaydence are really willing to step up and do really anything that it takes.
I think like with our POA regarding that, which is our program of activities that we do throughout the year. We've definitely done some more stuff this year, and we're really excited for next year to step up and do more activities and do more stuff in the community. I know we're thinking about we want to do Habitat for Humanity near the end of the school year with our chapter, which will be really cool and a good experience to get that community service. And that's one thing that like for me is the community service hours. You like applications, resumes, scholarships next year. I have so many hours just from FFA. And it doesn't even feel like I have, because it's been a part of just the stuff that we do. And it's so cool. And that will help me with a lot. And so
I love how really involved we are in the community, because we get so much support from our surrounding community. Like, it's really amazing to see how much they step up to help us as a chapter. So anything that you guys need help with, we would love to help with, just to like say thank you for letting us be on the podcast. Anything that we can do, we really want to.
Well, I know one of the things that we have during fair is, of course, the sale on Monday night. And, so many of the kids are selling, and then we usually need help in the ring doing stuff. And so it's really nice to have some kids that are not selling to be able to come and help do that. And I know John Lee just kind of graciously volunteered some of you for that. So I'm sure she'll be talking to you about it.
We would love to.
But there's lots of things like that I know that, you guys can still be involved in.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
again, it's not all about just showing and the animals. There's so many different things.
You mentioned like new members. So we're actually for the first time this year, we're going to the middle school, the Tongue River Middle School, to have me and Hattie created a slideshow, basically just like going over everything in FFA. And we're really excited because we think that this will kind of show these younger kids like what FFA is, because honestly, they don't really know what they're getting into unless they have older siblings who've been in FFA or 4-H possibly, or their parents like, hey, do this. They don't really feel like they can, or maybe they're scared to. And so we're just thrilled to do that and show them how it's impacted our lives, especially as being seniors next year. And we hope that we can see some numbers grow and that can continue to be a tradition.
Well, great. Way to implement that, ladies.
Yes, it's been a goal of ours, from the beginning of the year, but it's been hard to like find a right time. Like on, was it Monday? Tuesday, we were actually at the elementary school helping with Rooted in Wyoming, and we were like, let's go over there right now. But unfortunately, they were gone at a track meet, so lots of conflict, but we really want to make time. In the past, when they come to tour the high school near the end of the year, we give them a little talk about it. But I think showing, like, we're committed to showing them what FFA is, like, again, going further, that's a thing that's big in our chapter is commitment and follow through. So I think that's going to help instill that in them from the beginning of their FFA career.
And I love seeing the Mrs. Theodore, the middle school principal. She's been, like, we've been emailing back and forth for weeks trying to get this figured out. And she's all for it. And so that just makes me really excited and happy and Hattie as officers to be able to have the opportunity and to be able to have so much support. And even with the elementary, we were able to go to and help them with Rooted in Wyoming with no issues. Even with our principal, Mr. Sanford, too, he has supported us so much this year. As a new principal to our high school, he just has basically said yes to everything.
Yeah, he's truly been amazing. And anything that, he might have a little issue with, like, we do miss a lot of school for FFA. He really works around it, and he understands, like us asking to miss a whole day for Habitat for Humanity. He understands, like, that's an important thing. Like, it's not just something for us to miss school. It's like we're giving back to our community. So we're so thankful for him and his support in FFA.
Yeah, we are very thankful for Mr. Sanford. He's been awesome.
Making plans for building a new barn, shop, or commercial building? Don't do any planning without a call to Sheridan's premier post-frame building and homes builder, True Built Builders, online at truebuiltbuilders.com.
Yes.
Well, this is your guys' sport.
Yes, it really is.
It is. I mean, this is what we do.
I think that's some people don't understand that. Like FFA, like for one person, like, yeah, it's a club. And for other people, it's like, it's their main event in high school. And it means a lot for them. Like if they want to go on to be a state officer and stuff like that. So it's really cool to have a principal that agrees with like what we think about FFA, who doesn't just see it as like some little club.
Yeah. And sorry, for me personally, like my high school career, FFA is really the only thing so far where I've become a part of it and I've stuck with it all 4 years and been committed and gone everything. Everything else, I've done sports like here and there. It's like, oh, like, it is okay. But this, I'm committed to and I love it. And so it's really cool.
I remember my dad telling me long time ago, he said, not everybody is going to be a star athlete. Yep. Not everybody's cut out for it.
Very true.
But the lessons you learn through FFA will continue through your whole life. The leadership, the speaking ability, all those things, people you meet, those hang with you.
Yep, very true.
There's some people who are athletes, but there's some who, like you said, you try it and you're just like, this isn't my gig. So it's really great to have something that will help continue.
Yes.
Yes, FFA, I like to think of it as, kind of like a lifelong journey. Like you learn it in high school, and I would never willingly do a prepared speech. I was kind of forced into it last year. And now if I had to give a speech in front of my class, I'd do it. Like I'm not nervous about it anymore. Of course, you get a little nerves, but like before I would never do anything like that ever. But now like I'm here, I would never have chose to do that last year. And it's really cool to see how I've grown as a person through just my second year in FFA. It's really amazing.
And I love how I can tie it, like, with my horses, my royalty, and stuff like that. I can tie it directly to FFA. And that's just what makes my heart happy, because I can't do that with any other sport. Like, you just can't. And so it's amazing. And I love it. And, I'm going to be involved with horses the rest of my life. And FFA, I will remember for the rest of my life. And so it's really cool.
It does stick with you.
It does.
Not going to lie.
Yep.
Can't wear the jacket anymore. I can guarantee you it doesn't fit me, but it sticks with you.
Yes, it does, for sure.
Some of my closest friends are people that I did FFA with.
Yep.
Yes, I've made friends around the state that
Mhm.
I would never talk to someone, in Cheyenne, but you do at FFA, like
Yeah.
you talk to anybody. It's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the people you meet and the experiences you get are life-changing.
They are.
They truly are.
Mhm.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming
Yes.
on
Thank you for
again.
having us again.
Yes, and don't know if we'll get to see you again before school's out, but we'll definitely plan to have you in the fall.
Yes,
and,
we would love that.
We'll see what you're gonna do for the fall and into winter, and see what all's going on out there.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really
Yes.
appreciate it. We love being here and being able to kind of get out a little bit more.
Yes, well, it's great that you guys want to get your community involved and people
Yes.
to know what's going on, because without doing these sorts of things, no one knows what you're
No,
doing.
I know,
That's
we
very
kind of
true.
just hide over under the mountain,
Yep.
do our own thing.
Yep.
All right, well, ladies, thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you again this fall.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Heartland Kubota and True Belt Builders. We appreciate your support. And for more news, sports, and podcasts, check out SheridanMedia.com.